The 1889 Montana quarter dollar is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, representing not only the economic and cultural development of the United States in the late 19th century, but also the unique story of Montana's statehood. While the 1889 Montana quarter dollar itself is not an official U.S. Mint issue, as the U.S. Mint did not produce state-specific quarters until the 50 State Quarters program in 1999. The year 1889 holds significant importance for Montana and its place in American history. The significance of the year and the broader story of commemorative coins that celebrate Montana's heritage. Montana became the 41st state in the Union on November 8, 1889, as part of the Enabling Act of 1889, which also admitted North Dakota, South Dakota, and Washington. The late 19th century was a period of rapid expansion and development in the American West, driven by the discovery of gold, silver, and other natural resources. Montana, with its vast landscapes and rich mineral deposits, played a crucial role in this era of growth. The year 1889 marked a turning point for Montana, as it transitioned from a territory to a state. This shift brought increased political representation, economic opportunities, and a sense of identity for its residents. The state's motto, Oro y Plata, Spanish for gold and silver, reflects its mining heritage, which was a cornerstone of its economy during this period. The reverse, tails side of the 2007 Montana State Quarter, features a striking design that pays homage to the state's natural landscape, wildlife, and history. The design, created by artist Don Everhart. The bison skull is the central image on the coin and serves as a powerful symbol of Montana's Native American heritage and the near extinction of the American bison. Bison once roamed the Great Plains in massive herds, and their near eradication in the 19th century is a poignant reminder of the impact of westward expansion on wildlife and indigenous cultures. In the background, the rugged peaks of the Rocky Mountains are depicted, representing Montana's stunning natural beauty. The Rockies are a defining feature of the state's geography and have played a significant role in its history, from early exploration to mining and tourism. Winding through the design is the Missouri River, one of the longest rivers in North America. The river has been a vital resource for Montana, serving as a transportation route, a source of water, and a symbol of the state's connection to the broader American frontier. The bison's skull, the state motto, Oro y Plata, Spanish for gold and silver. This motto reflects Montana's rich mining history, particularly during the late 19th century when gold and silver rushes brought settlers and prosperity to the region. While the U.S. Mint did not produce an 1889 Montana quarter dollar, the year 1889 is significant in the world of coin collecting. The late 19th century saw the production of many iconic coins, including the Morgan silver dollar, which was widely circulated and remains a favorite among collectors today. The Morgan dollar, minted from 1878 to 1904 and again in 1921, symbolizes the prosperity and challenges of the American West during this time. In modern times, Montana's history has been celebrated through commemorative coins. The 2007 Montana State Quarter, part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, features a bison skull, mountains, and the Missouri River, paying homage to the state's natural beauty and frontier heritage. While not an 1889 issue, this quarter connects modern collectors to Montana's storied past. Montana's nickname, the Treasure State, stems from its abundant mineral resources. The state was a major producer of gold, silver, and copper during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, contributing significantly to the nation's wealth. One of the most famous events in Montana's history occurred in 1876, just over a decade before statehood. The Battle of the Little Bighorn, also known as Custer's Last Stand, took place near the Little Bighorn River in Montana Territory. This event has been commemorated in various ways, including on modern coins and medals. While the 1889 Montana quarter dollar is not an official coin, Montana's history has been honored through other numismatic issues. For example, the 1925 Stone Mountain Memorial half-dollar, though primarily commemorating a Confederate memorial, indirectly reflects the broader themes of American expansion and conflict that shaped Montana's history. The 1889 Montana quarter dollar, while not an official U.S. mint issue, represents a pivotal year in Montana's history. The state's admission to the Union in 1889 marked the culmination of decades of growth, conflict, and transformation in the American West. Today, Montana's legacy is celebrated through commemorative coins and its enduring nickname, the Treasure State. For collectors and history enthusiasts alike, the story of Montana and its connection to numismatics offers a fascinating glimpse into the rich tapestry of American history. According to the NGC Price Guide, a seated Liberty quarter from 1889 in circulated condition is worth between $275 and $970. However, on the open market, 1889 quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $15,000. The 1889 Washington quarter dollar is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, representing not only a milestone in U.S. coinage, but also a connection to one of the nation's most revered founding fathers, George Washington. While the coin itself is not as widely known as some other historical coins, its story is intertwined with the evolution of American currency and the enduring legacy of the first U.S. president. The 1889 Washington quarter dollar was part of a series of commemorative coins minted to honor George Washington on the 100th anniversary of his inauguration as the first president of the United States. While the U.S. Mint did not officially produce a Washington quarter dollar in 1889, the year is significant because it marked the centennial of Washington's presidency, which began in 1789. The actual Washington quarter dollar, as we know it today, was not introduced until 1932, during the bicentennial of Washington's birth. The 2007 Washington State Quarter is a beautiful and symbolic representation of the Pacific Northwest, capturing the natural beauty and cultural significance of the state. Its reverse design features a leaping salmon, the majestic Mount Rainier, and the inscription, "The Evergreen State," making it a standout piece in the 50-State Quarters series. The 50-State Quarters program was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999 to honor each of the 50 states with a unique quarter dollar design. The program released 5 new state quarters each year, in the order the states ratified the Constitution or were admitted to the Union. Washington, the 42nd state, joined the Union on November 11, 1889, and its quarter was released on April 11, 2007. The reverse of the 2007 Washington State Quarter was designed by Susan Gamble and engraved by Charles Vickers. The design was chosen through a public process that involved input from Washington residents, reflecting the state's identity and values. A Chinook salmon is depicted leaping out of the water, symbolizing the state's rich natural resources and its connection to the Pacific Ocean and rivers. Salmon has long been a vital part of Washington's economy, culture, and ecosystem, particularly for Native American tribes in the region. Dominating the background is Mount Rainier, an active stratovolcano and the highest peak in the Cascade Range at 14,411 feet. Mount Rainier is an iconic symbol of Washington, representing its stunning natural landscapes and outdoor recreational opportunities. The mountain is also featured on the state's license plates. Washington is nicknamed the Evergreen State due to its abundant evergreen forests, which cover much of the state. This inscription highlights the state's lush, green environment and its commitment to preserving natural beauty. The year Washington became a state is prominently displayed, connecting the quarter to the state's history and its place in the Union. The design was chosen through a public process that included submissions from Washington residents. The final design was selected by then-Governor Christine Gregoire and approved by the U.S. Mint. The Chinook salmon is not only a key species in Washington's ecosystems, but also a symbol of resilience and renewal. Its inclusion on the quarter reflects the state's efforts to protect and restore salmon populations. Mount Rainier, known as Tacoma or Tahoma by Native American tribes, holds deep cultural and spiritual significance. It is also a popular destination for hikers, climbers, and nature enthusiasts. The 2007 Washington State Quarter is more than just a piece of currency. It is a celebration of the state's natural beauty, cultural heritage, and environmental stewardship. It serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving the environment and honoring the traditions of the people who have called Washington home for centuries. The Washington State Quarter is a prized addition to the 50 State Quarters series, offering a glimpse into the state's unique identity. For Washington residents, it is a source of pride and a symbol of their connection to the land and its history. The 2007 Washington State Quarter, with its reverse design featuring the leaping salmon, Mount Rainier, and the inscription, "The Evergreen State," is a fitting tribute to Washington's natural beauty and cultural heritage. It captures the essence of the state and serves as a lasting reminder of its place in the Union. Whether you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or a proud Washingtonian, this quarter is a meaningful and enduring symbol of the Evergreen State. According to the NGC Price Guide, a seated Liberty quarter from 1889 in circulated condition is worth between $275 and $970. However, on the open market, 1889 quarters in pristine, uncirculated conditions sell for as much as $15,000.
The 2007 Idaho Quarter is part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, a series that aimed to honor each of the 50 states with a unique quarter design. These coins were released between 1999 and 2008, with 5 new quarters issued each year. The Idaho Quarter, released on June 4, 2007, stands out not only for its unique design, but also for its historical and cultural significance. This explores the details and interesting aspects of the 2007 Idaho Quarter. Idaho was admitted to the Union on July 3, 1890, becoming the 43rd state. The year 1890 is prominently displayed on the quarter to commemorate this significant milestone in Idaho's history. The inclusion of this date not only marks Idaho's statehood, but also serves as a reminder of the state's journey from a territory to its current status. The obverse design of the 2007 Idaho Quarter features the familiar image of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This design is consistent across all quarters in the 50 State Quarters program and is based on John Flanagan's original 1932 portrait. The central feature is the bust of George Washington facing left. This image is iconic and has been used on the quarter since 1932. Surrounding Washington's portrait are the inscriptions, "United States of America" at the top, "Liberty" to the left, "In God We Trust" to the right, and the coin's denomination, $quarter, at the bottom. The mint mark, indicating where the coin was produced, is located to the right of Washington's neck. For the 2007 Idaho Quarter, the mint marks could be P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco, the latter indicating a proof coin. The reverse, back design of the 2007 Idaho Quarter is unique to the state and carries symbolic imagery and inscriptions specific to Idaho. Key elements of the reverse include: the most prominent feature is the image of a peregrine falcon in flight. The falcon is depicted with its wings outstretched, showcasing its power and grace. This bird of prey symbolizes Idaho's commitment to wildlife conservation. Behind the falcon is an outline of the state of Idaho, providing geographic context and emphasizing the state's distinct shape. The The state motto, Esto Perpetua, Latin for Let it be perpetual, is inscribed below the falcon, reflecting Idaho's enduring spirit. Additional inscriptions include the state's name, Idaho, and the year of its statehood, 1890, positioned near the bottom of the coin. The year of the coin's issue, 2007, is inscribed at the bottom center, just below the state outline. The 2007 Idaho Quarter is a fine example of the intricate design and meaningful symbolism that characterize the 50 State Quarters program. The obverse honors the nation's first president, maintaining a sense of continuity across the series, while the reverse celebrates Idaho's unique heritage and natural beauty. The peregrine falcon, state outline, and state motto together create a powerful image that represents Idaho's spirit and values. This coin not only serves as legal tender, but also as a miniature piece of art and history, cherished by collectors and residents alike. Idaho was the third state to be honored in 2007 on a state quarter. The Idaho State Quarter is the 43rd coin in the overall collection. Idaho was the 43rd state to join the Union. The Idaho State Quarter was preceded in 2007 by coins for Montana and Washington, and it will be followed by coins for Wyoming and Utah. 5 coins are released each year, and each coin is minted in a strictly limited edition of only about 10 weeks. Each coin is struck at the Philadelphia and the Denver Mint. The Idaho State Quarter design was chosen from among hundreds of suggestions submitted by state residents to the Idaho Commission on the Arts. The central image on the Idaho State Quarter is a peregrine falcon. It is the official state raptor. The design is completed with a map of Idaho, including a star to indicate the location of capital at Boise, and the state motto meaning, "May it be forever." In December 1997, America's most adventurous coin program became a reality when President Clinton signed legislation authorizing the U.S. Mint to issue the innovative 50 State Quarters collection. Starting in January 1999, each of the 50 states in the Union will be honored on a unique $quarter commemorative coin. 5 states will be featured each year, based on the order in which they ratified the Constitution or became states. Due to the aggressive minting schedule, each state quarter will be minted for only about 10 weeks. Regular issue coins will be minted at both the Philadelphia and the Denver mints. The mint marks can be found to the right of George Washington's portrait on the obverse. The small p indicates the Philadelphia Mint, and the small d refers to the Denver. The 2007 Idaho Quarter is a fine example of the intricate design and meaningful symbolism that characterize the 50 State Quarters program. The obverse honors the nation's first president, maintaining a sense of continuity across the series, while the reverse celebrates Idaho's unique heritage and natural beauty. The peregrine falcon, state outline, and state motto together create a powerful image that represents Idaho's spirit and values. This coin not only serves as legal tender, but also as a miniature piece of art and history, cherished by collectors and residents alike. This coin, designed by John Flanagan and Don Everhart, was produced in a silver variety as part of proof sets. They are composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. The average price of the single silver coin ranges from $5 to $10, depending on the grade. The easy indicator to determine if your coin is silver is by the mint mark. the silver quarters will have an S mint mark rather than a P or D.
According to the NGC price guide, a seated Liberty quarter from 1890 in circulated condition is worth between $100 and $725. However, on the open market, 1890 quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $18,500. The 1890 Wyoming with horse riding quarter dollar is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, encapsulating the spirit of the Wild West and the cultural significance of Wyoming during the late 19th century. This coin, part of the broader series of commemorative quarters, is not only a collector's item, but also a window into the era of westward expansion, the rise of the cowboy culture, and Wyoming's unique place in American history. Wyoming, known as the Equality State, holds a special place in American history. In 1890, it became the 44th state to join the Union, marking a significant milestone in the westward expansion of the United States. Wyoming was also the first state to grant women the right to vote, a progressive move that reflected its forward-thinking ethos. The state's economy during this period was heavily reliant on ranching, mining, and railroads, with cattle drives and horse riding being central to its identity. The 1890 Wyoming quarter dollar commemorates this era, celebrating the state's rugged landscapes, its cowboy culture, and the importance of horses in everyday life. Horses were not just a means of transportation, but also a symbol of freedom, independence, and the pioneering spirit that defined the American West. The reverse of the 1890 Wyoming quarter dollar prominently features a cowboy or horseback rider galloping at full speed. This dynamic image captures the essence of Wyoming's frontier spirit and the critical role horses played in the state's development. The rider is typically depicted with a lasso in hand, wearing a wide-brimmed hat and leaning forward in the saddle, evoking a sense of urgency and action. The horse, with its mane and tail flowing, appears powerful and agile, symbolizing freedom and the untamed nature of the West. The horse is central to the design, representing strength, endurance, and the indispensable role it played in the lives of settlers, ranchers, and cowboys. Horses were essential for transportation, herding cattle, and navigating Wyoming's vast, rugged terrain. The cowboy figure embodies the rugged individualism and self-reliance that characterized the American West. The rider's posture, leaning forward, hat brim pulled low, suggests determination and a connection to the land. The lasso, or lariat, in the rider's hand is a tool synonymous with cowboy culture. It symbolizes skill, resourcefulness, and the daily challenges of ranch life, such as herding cattle or breaking wild horses. While the background is often simplified on the coin, the imagery evokes Wyoming's open plains, rolling hills, and expansive skies. This setting underscores the state's vastness and the sense of freedom associated with the frontier. Wyoming was, and still is, a state deeply rooted in ranching and cowboy culture. The image of the horseback rider pays homage to the cowboys who worked on cattle drives, tended to herds, and helped shape the state's economy and way of life. The design captures the adventurous and pioneering spirit of the American West. Wyoming, as one of the last states to be settled, was a land of opportunity and challenge, where individuals had to rely on their wits, skills, and horses to survive. In the late 19th century, horses were not just animals. They were partners in survival. From Native American tribes to settlers and ranchers, horses were essential for transportation, hunting, and labor. The coin's design highlights this deep connection between humans and horses. The coin was minted to commemorate Wyoming's admission to the Union in 1890. The horseback rider symbolizes the state's readiness to join the nation as a vibrant and dynamic part of the American story. The reverse design of the 1890 Wyoming quarter dollar is a masterpiece of numismatic art. The level of detail in the horse and rider, down to the flowing mane, the rider's posture, and the sense of motion, demonstrates the skill of the coin's engraver. The design is both realistic and evocative, capturing the energy and vitality of the American West. The horseback rider is often interpreted as a generic cowboy, but some see it as a nod to the mythologized figure of the American cowboy, popularized in literature, art, and later in film. The design reflects the romanticized West, a cultural movement that idealized the frontier and its inhabitants. This romanticism played a significant role in shaping America's national identity. The coin's imagery has inspired countless artists and collectors, making it a beloved piece of Americana. The reverse design of the 1890 Wyoming quarter dollar, featuring a horseback rider in full gallop, is a powerful tribute to Wyoming's cowboy culture and frontier spirit. It encapsulates the state's history, its reliance on horses, and the enduring legacy of the American West. According to the NGC Price Guide, a seated Liberty quarter from 1890 in circulated condition is worth between $100 and $725. However, on the open market, 1890 quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $18,500. The 1896 Utah quarter dollar is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, reflecting the cultural, political, and economic landscape of the late 19th century. While the United States Mint did not officially issue a commemorative quarter dollar for Utah in 1896, the year holds significant importance for the state, as it marked Utah's admission to the Union as the 45th state. This essay explores the historical context of Utah in 1896, the significance of commemorative coins from that era, and the intriguing facts surrounding coins that symbolize Utah's statehood. Utah's journey to statehood was long and fraught with controversy, primarily due to the dominance of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS Church, and the practice of polygamy. The federal government viewed polygamy as a barrier to Utah's admission into the Union, leading to decades of tension. In 1890, the LDS Church officially discontinued the practice of polygamy, paving the way for Utah's statehood. On January 4, 1896, Utah was finally admitted as the 45th state, an event celebrated with great enthusiasm. While no specific quarter dollar was minted in 1896 to commemorate Utah's statehood, the year remains a pivotal moment in the state's history. The coins circulating at the time, including the barber quarter, minted from 1892 to 1916, would have been used in everyday transactions in the newly minted state. These coins serve as tangible links to the era and are highly sought after by collectors today. The late 19th century was a period of experimentation and innovation in U.S. coinage. The World's Columbian Exposition in 1893, for example, inspired the first U.S. commemorative coins, including the Columbian Exposition half-dollar and quarter-dollar. These coins were designed to celebrate historical events and raise funds for specific causes. Although Utah did not receive its own commemorative coin in 1896, the tradition of commemorative coinage was well established by this time, and the state's admission to the Union would have been a fitting occasion for such an issue. The 1896 Utah quarter dollar, with a reverse design featuring the phrase "Crossroads of the West," or imagery of a nail. The phrase "Crossroads of the West" is a well-known nickname for Utah, reflecting its central role in the development of the American West. This nickname is tied to the state's geographic location and its historical significance as a hub for transportation, particularly with the completion of the first transcontinental railroad in 1869. The driving of the Golden Spike at Promontory Summit, Utah, marked the symbolic and physical connection of the east and west coasts of the United States. While Utah became a state in 1896, no official U.S. coin was minted that year specifically to commemorate Utah's statehood. The circulating quarter dollar in 1896 was the barber quarter, which featured a liberty head on the obverse and a heraldic eagle on the reverse. This design was not specific to Utah or its statehood. The Utah State Quarter, released in 2007 as part of the 50-state quarters program, features the golden spike and two locomotives to symbolize the completion of the first transcontinental railroad. The design does not include the phrase "Crossroads of the West" or a nail, but does celebrate Utah's historical significance. Private mints or organizations sometimes create custom tokens or medallions to commemorate historical events or state symbols. These are not legal tender, but can feature unique designs, such as the Crossroads of the West or imagery of a nail. The nail, particularly the golden spike, is a powerful symbol of Utah's role in uniting the nation through the railroad. The golden spike was driven on May 10, 1869, at Promontory Summit, Utah, marking the completion of the first transcontinental railroad. This event is often depicted in art, literature, and commemorative items, including coins and tokens. While there is no official 1896 Utah quarter dollar with the described reverse design, the themes of the Crossroads of the West and the golden spike are deeply tied to Utah's history and identity. If you have encountered a coin or token with this design, it may be a modern commemorative piece or a privately issued item. For further clarification, consulting a numismatic expert or reference materials on U.S. coins and commemoratives would be helpful. Utah's rich history continues to inspire collectors and historians alike, making any coin or token tied to its story a fascinating piece of Americana. 1896 Barber Quarter. A good condition 1896 Barber Quarter is worth around $10, while an uncirculated one is worth around $135, and 1896 Barber Quarter in good condition is worth around $55, while an uncirculated one is worth around $800. An 1896 Barber Quarter S in good condition is worth around $900, while an uncirculated one is worth around $7,000. The 1907 Oklahoma quarter dollar is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, representing not only the artistry of coin design, but also the cultural and historical significance of Oklahoma's statehood. This coin, often referred to as the Oklahoma Commemorative Quarter, was minted to celebrate Oklahoma's admission as the 46th state in the Union. Its unique design, featuring a flying bird and flowers, makes it a standout among early 20th century commemorative coins. Oklahoma became a state on November 16, 1907, marking the end of a long journey from Native American territories to statehood. The land that comprises modern-day Oklahoma was originally home to numerous Native American tribes, many of whom were forcibly relocated during the Trail of Tears in the 1830s. By the late 19th century, the area was opened to settlers through a series of land runs, leading to rapid population growth and eventual statehood. The 1907 Oklahoma quarter dollar was minted to commemorate this historic event. It was part of a broader trend in the early 20th century of issuing commemorative coins to celebrate significant milestones in American history. The reverse of the 1907 Oklahoma quarter dollar is a beautiful and symbolic design that highlights Oklahoma's natural heritage. At the center of the design is the scissor-tail flycatcher, the state bird of Oklahoma, surrounded by a wreath of flowers. This design was created by Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, and it reflects the pride and identity of Oklahoma as it entered the Union. The scissor-tail flycatcher, Tyrannus forficatus, is a graceful and distinctive bird native to the southern United States, including Oklahoma. It is known for its long, forked tail, which gives it its name, and its agile, acrobatic flight. The bird is a symbol of freedom, beauty, and the natural environment of Oklahoma. On the coin, the scissor-tail flycatcher is depicted in mid-flight, with its wings outstretched and its iconic forked tail clearly visible. The bird is shown soaring above a field of flowers, creating a sense of movement and vitality. The detailed engraving captures the bird's delicate features, including its slender body and the intricate patterns of its feathers. The inclusion of the scissor-tail flycatcher on the coin was a deliberate choice to celebrate Oklahoma's unique wildlife and to honor the state's natural heritage. It also serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving the environment and the species that call it home. Surrounding the scissor-tail flycatcher is a wreath of flowers, which adds a touch of elegance and natural beauty to the design. The flowers are believed to include the wild rose, Oklahoma's state flower, as well as other native blooms. The floral wreath symbolizes the state's fertile land and its agricultural abundance, which played a significant role in its development and prosperity. The flowers are intricately detailed, with petals, leaves, and stems carefully rendered to create a sense of depth and realism. They frame the scissor-tail flycatcher beautifully, creating a harmonious balance between the natural world and the state's identity. The words United States of America are arched above the scissor-tail flycatcher, emphasizing the coin's national significance. The denomination, $quarter, is inscribed below the bird. The year 1907 is prominently displayed at the bottom, marking the year of Oklahoma's statehood and the coin's minting. The scissor-tail flycatcher represents the state's unique wildlife and natural beauty, while the floral wreath celebrates its agricultural heritage and fertile land. Together, these elements create a powerful visual narrative that captures the spirit of Oklahoma at the time of its admission to the Union. The design also reflects the broader themes of freedom, progress, and optimism that characterized the early 20th century in the United States. As the country continued to grow and evolve, coins like the Oklahoma $quarter served as reminders of the nation's ideals and aspirations. The reverse of the 1907 Oklahoma $quarter, with its depiction of the scissor-tail flycatcher and floral wreath, is a stunning representation of Oklahoma's natural heritage and state pride. The scissor-tail flycatcher, with its graceful flight and distinctive tail, is a fitting symbol of the state's unique identity, while the flowers celebrate its agricultural abundance and natural beauty. Together, these elements create a design that is both visually striking and rich in historical and cultural significance. For collectors and historians alike, the reverse of this coin is a testament to the artistry and storytelling power of numismatics. According to the NGC Price Guide, a state quarter from 2008 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 40 cents. However, on the open market, 2008 D quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $250. The 1912 New Mexico $quarter is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, representing not only the rich cultural heritage of New Mexico, but also the broader story of the United States' expansion and statehood. This coin, part of the iconic series of commemorative quarters issued in the early 20th century, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and historians alike. Its design, historical context, and rarity make it a standout artifact of its time. The 1912 New Mexico $quarter was minted to commemorate the admission of New Mexico as the 47th state of the United States on January 6, 1912. This was a significant moment in American history, as New Mexico's statehood marked the continued westward expansion of the nation and the integration of its diverse cultural and geographic landscapes. The coin was part of a broader effort to celebrate the state's unique identity and its contributions to the Union. The idea of creating commemorative coins to honor states and significant events gained popularity in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. These coins were not intended for general circulation, but rather as collectibles and souvenirs. The New Mexico $quarter was one of the earliest examples of this trend, reflecting the growing interest in numismatics and the desire to preserve American history in tangible form. The reverse of the 1912 New Mexico $quarter is a striking representation of the state's cultural and natural heritage, designed by George T. Morgan. The central figure is a Native American man, depicted in a dignified stance. He holds a spear and wears traditional attire, symbolizing the indigenous peoples who have inhabited the region for centuries. This design element honors the rich Native American history of New Mexico, which is home to numerous Pueblo tribes, including the Zia, Navajo, and Apache. To the left of the warrior is a large eagle in motion, its wings slightly spread. The eagle is a powerful symbol of freedom and strength, often associated with the United States as a whole. Its inclusion on the coin reinforces the idea of New Mexico's integration into the Union. Above the warrior and eagle is the Zia sun symbol, a sacred emblem of the Zia Pueblo people. The symbol features a circle with 4 groups of 4 rays radiating outward, representing the 4 directions, seasons, times of day, and stages of life. This symbol is deeply meaningful to the Zia people and has become an iconic representation of New Mexico's cultural identity. The nickname Land of Enchantment was officially adopted by New Mexico in 1999, long after the 1912 coin was minted. However, the phrase had been used informally for decades to describe the state's breathtaking landscapes, rich cultural heritage, and unique atmosphere. The term captures the sense of wonder and beauty that New Mexico evokes, from its rugged deserts and towering mountains to its vibrant art scenes and historic pueblos. New Mexico's diverse landscapes, ranging from the white sands of White Sands National Park to the ancient cliff dwellings of Bandelier National Monument, have long inspired artists, writers, and travelers. The state's blend of Native American, Hispanic, and Anglo cultures creates a unique tapestry of traditions, cuisine, and art, further enhancing its enchanting reputation. Today, Land of Enchantment is proudly displayed on New Mexico's license plates and tourism materials. It serves as a reminder of the state's enduring allure and its ability to captivate visitors and residents alike. The Land of Enchantment inscription on the 1912 New Mexico $quarter is simply a matter of historical timing. The nickname was not yet officially associated with the state in 1912, and the coin's design focused on more universal symbols of New Mexico's heritage, such as its Native American roots and natural beauty. Additionally, commemorative coins of that era often prioritized artistic and symbolic elements over textual slogans. The 1912 New Mexico $quarter is a masterpiece of numismatic design, capturing the essence of the state's cultural and natural heritage through its depiction of a Native American warrior, a striding eagle, and the Zia sun symbol. While the phrase Land of Enchantment, it remains an integral part of New Mexico's identity, reflecting the state's enduring charm and historical significance. Together, the coin and the nickname tell the story of a land rich in history, culture, and beauty, a true land of enchantment. According to the NGC price guide, a barber quarter from 1912 in circulated condition is worth between $10 and $235. However, on the open market, 1912 quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $13,500. In 1999, the United States Mint launched the 50 State Quarters Program, a decade-long initiative to honor each state with a unique $quarter design. The Arizona quarter, released in 2003 as the 48th coin in the series, pays homage to the state's rich natural beauty and its most iconic landmark, the Grand Canyon. This essay explores the history, design, and significance of the 2003 Arizona State Quarter, as well as some fascinating facts about its creation and legacy. Arizona, known as the Grand Canyon State, became the 48th state to join the Union on February 14, 1912. Its nickname derives from the Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, which attracts millions of visitors annually. The 2003 Arizona Quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's effort to celebrate each state's unique heritage and contributions to the nation. The program not only educated the public about each state's history, but also encouraged coin collecting, making it one of the most successful numismatic initiatives in U.S. history. The design of the Arizona quarter was chosen through a collaborative process involving the public, state officials, and the U.S. Mint. The final design, created by United States Mint sculptor-engraver Joseph Mena, features a breathtaking depiction of the Grand Canyon. The coin showcases a panoramic view of the canyon's rugged cliffs, with a saguaro cactus, a symbol of the Sonoran Desert, in the foreground. Above the canyon, a banner proudly displays Arizona's state motto, Grand Canyon State. The inclusion of the saguaro cactus is particularly significant, as it is native to the Sonoran Desert, and represents Arizona's unique desert ecosystem. The Grand Canyon, carved by the Colorado River over millions of years, symbolizes the state's natural grandeur and its importance as a national treasure. The design captures the essence of Arizona's landscape, making it one of the most visually striking coins in the 50 State Quarter series. The design for the Arizona quarter was selected from thousands of submissions by Arizona residents. The U.S. Mint received over 4,000 design concepts, which were narrowed down to 5 finalists by a committee appointed by then-Governor Jane D. Hull. The U.S. Mint produced 695,600,000 Arizona quarters in 2003, making it one of the more common state quarters in circulation. Despite its high mintage, the coin remains a favorite among collectors due to its iconic design. The intricate details of the Grand Canyon and the saguaro cactus required advanced minting techniques to ensure clarity and durability. The U.S. Mint's use of modern technology allowed for the precise rendering of the canyon's layered rock formations and the cactus's distinctive shape. The 50 State Quarters program, including the Arizona quarter, was designed to educate Americans about the history, geography, and culture of each state. The Arizona quarter has become a teaching tool, helping to raise awareness about the state's natural wonders and environmental significance. While the Arizona quarter is primarily a circulating coin, uncirculated and proof versions were also minted for collectors. These special editions, often sold in sets or as part of commemorative collections, are highly sought after by numismatists. The 2003 Arizona State Quarter is more than just a piece of currency. It is a miniature work of art that encapsulates the spirit of the Grand Canyon State. Its release coincided with a surge in interest in coin collecting, particularly among younger generations, and helped to popularize the hobby. The coin also serves as a reminder of Arizona's contributions to the nation's cultural and natural heritage. In addition to its numismatic value, the Arizona quarter has become a symbol of pride for residents of the state. It celebrates Arizona's unique identity and its role as a guardian of one of the world's most awe-inspiring landscapes. For collectors and history enthusiasts alike, the 2003 Arizona quarter is a cherished piece of American history. The 2003 Arizona State Quarter is a testament to the beauty and significance of the Grand Canyon State. Through its intricate design and thoughtful symbolism, the coin captures the essence of Arizona's natural wonders and cultural heritage. As part of the 50 State Quarters program, it not only honors Arizona, but also contributes to a broader understanding of the diverse tapestry of the United States. Whether in a collector's album or in everyday circulation, the Arizona quarter continues to inspire awe and appreciation for the Grand Canyon and the state it represents. According to the NGC Price Guide, a barber quarter from 1912 in circulated condition is worth between $10 and $235. However, on the open market, 1912 quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $13,500. Alaska, often referred to as the Great Land, is a place of unparalleled natural beauty, rich history, and unique cultural heritage. Its vast wilderness, towering mountains, and abundant wildlife have captivated explorers, settlers, and visitors for centuries. In 2008, the U.S. Mint honored Alaska with its own state quarter, featuring a striking design of a grizzly bear clutching a salmon in its jaws. This coin not only celebrates Alaska's natural splendor, but also serves as a reminder of the state's significance in American history and culture. Alaska's history is as vast and diverse as its landscape. The land was originally inhabited by indigenous peoples, including the Inuit, Yupik, and Tlingit, who thrived in the harsh environment for thousands of years. Russian explorers arrived in the 18th century, establishing settlements and trading posts, particularly for the lucrative fur trade. In 1867, the United States purchased Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million in a deal known as the Alaska Purchase, or Seward's Folly, named after Secretary of State William H. Seward. At the time, many Americans criticized the purchase, believing the territory to be a barren wasteland. However, the discovery of gold in the late 19th century and the subsequent Klondike Gold Rush proved Alaska's worth, attracting thousands of prospectors and settlers. Alaska officially became the 49th state of the United States on January 3, 1959. Its admission to the Union marked a significant moment in American history, as it brought a land of immense natural resources and strategic importance under the U.S. flag. Today, Alaska is renowned for its oil reserves, fisheries, and tourism industry, as well as its role in national defense and environmental conservation. The 2008 Alaska State Quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which issued commemorative quarters for each state in the order they joined the Union. The Alaska Quarter features a design that captures the essence of the state's wild and untamed spirit. The central image depicts a grizzly bear emerging from the water with a salmon in its jaws, symbolizing Alaska's abundant wildlife and the importance of fishing to its economy and culture. The design also includes the North Star, a nod to Alaska's nickname, the Last Frontier, and its position as the northernmost state. The bear and salmon design was created by sculptor-engraver Charles Vickers, who drew inspiration from Alaska's natural environment. The grizzly bear is one of the state's most iconic animals, representing strength and resilience, while the salmon highlights the critical role of Alaska's fisheries, which support both commercial and subsistence livelihoods. The quarter's design was chosen through a public process, with Alaskans submitting ideas and voting on their favorite concepts. Alaska is the largest state in the U.S. by area, covering over 663,000 square miles. It is home to some of the most pristine wilderness in the world, including Denali, the highest peak in North America, and the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Alaska's salmon industry is one of the most sustainable in the world. The state's constitution mandates that fish be managed as a renewable resource, ensuring that future generations can continue to benefit from this vital industry. The grizzly bear, featured on the quarter, is a symbol of Alaska's wildness. These majestic creatures can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and are known for their fishing prowess, particularly during the annual salmon runs. The North Star on the quarter represents Alaska's northern location and its role as a guiding light for explorers and adventurers. It also symbolizes hope and direction, reflecting the state's pioneering spirit. The quarter's design subtly honors Alaska's indigenous peoples, who have relied on the land and its resources for thousands of years. The bear and salmon are integral to many native Alaskan traditions and stories. The 2008 Alaska State Quarter is more than just a piece of currency. It is a tribute to the beauty, history, and spirit of the great land. From its indigenous roots to its role in American expansion and its modern-day significance, Alaska continues to inspire awe and admiration. The grizzly bear and salmon design encapsulates the state's wild essence and serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving its natural wonders for future generations. As we hold this quarter in our hands, we are reminded of Alaska's enduring legacy as a land of adventure, resilience, and unparalleled beauty. According to the NGC Price Guide, a Washington quarter from 1959 in circulated condition is worth between $6.25 and $8.75. However, on the open market, 1959 D quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $5,000. The 1959 Hawaii quarter dollar is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, commemorating Hawaii's admission as the 50th state of the United States. While the standard U.S. quarters of 1959 do not feature a statue holding a spear, the design elements of Hawaiian-themed coins and medals often draw from the rich cultural and historical heritage of the islands. This essay explores the history of the 1959 Hawaii quarter, its significance, and the intriguing imagery of the statue holding a spear, which may have inspired commemorative designs or interpretations in 2008. On August 21, 1959, Hawaii officially became the 50th state of the United States, marking a pivotal moment in American history. This event was celebrated across the nation, and the U.S. Mint released a commemorative quarter dollar to honor the occasion. The 1959 Hawaii quarter, part of the Washington Quarter series, featured the standard obverse design of George Washington, but held special significance due to its timing and association with Hawaii's statehood. While the 1959 quarter itself did not feature unique Hawaiian imagery, the statehood celebration inspired various commemorative medals and tokens that incorporated Hawaiian cultural symbols. One such symbol is the statue of King Kamehameha I, a revered figure in Hawaiian history, often depicted holding a spear. This imagery reflects the island's rich heritage and the legacy of its monarchs. The statue of King Kamehameha I, holding a spear, is an iconic representation of Hawaiian history and culture. King Kamehameha I, also known as Kamehameha the Great, unified the Hawaiian Islands in 1810 after years of conflict. His leadership and legacy are celebrated annually on June 11th, known as Kamehameha Day, a state holiday in Hawaii. The most famous statue of King Kamehameha. I stands in front of the Ali'ialani Hale in Honolulu, Hawaii. Cast in 1880 by sculptor Thomas Ridgway Gould, the statue depicts the king in regal attire, holding a spear in his left hand and extending his right hand in a gesture of goodwill. This statue has become a symbol of Hawaiian pride and resilience, and its imagery has been used in various commemorative items, including coins and medals. In 2008, the U.S. Mint launched the Hawaii Quarter as part of the 50 State Quarters program. This quarter featured a design depicting King Kamehameha I with his outstretched hand and the outline of the Hawaiian Islands. While the spear is not prominently featured in this design, the imagery pays homage to the same cultural legacy represented by the statue. The 2008 Hawaii Quarter reignited interest in Hawaiian history and its numismatic representations. Collectors and historians alike began revisiting earlier commemorative items, including those from 1959, to explore the evolution of Hawaiian symbolism on U.S. coinage. The statue of King Kamehameha I, with its powerful depiction of the king holding a spear, became a focal point for discussions about Hawaiian identity and its representation in American culture. While the 1959 Washington Quarter was not unique in design, special commemorative medals and tokens were produced to celebrate Hawaii's statehood. These items often featured Hawaiian motifs, including the statue of King Kamehameha I. The spear held by King Kamehameha I symbolizes strength, leadership, and the unification of the Hawaiian Islands. It is a powerful emblem of Hawaiian heritage. The 2008 Hawaii Quarter, with its depiction of King Kamehameha I, brought renewed attention to the 1959 statehood celebration and its associated commemorative items. The statue of King Kamehameha has inspired replicas around the world, including in the U.S. Capitol Visitor Center in Washington, D.C., further cementing its significance in both Hawaiian and American history. The 1959 Hawaii quarter dollar, while not featuring the statue of King Kamehameha holding a spear, is deeply connected to the cultural and historical legacy of Hawaii. The imagery of the spear-wielding king, immortalized in statues and commemorative designs, serves as a powerful reminder of Hawaii's rich heritage and its journey to statehood. The 2008 Hawaii Quarter as part of the 50 State Quarters program, further highlights the enduring significance of this imagery in American numismatics. Together, these coins and their associated symbols tell a story of unity, resilience, and cultural pride that continues to resonate with collectors and historians alike. According to the NGC Price Guide, a Washington quarter from 1959 in circulated condition is worth between $6.25 and $8.75. However, on the open market, 1959 D quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $5,000.